Welcome back, everyone. 皆さん、おかえりなさい。今日は239日目です。It's day 239. We are one day away from our second set of lessons. Tomorrow is going to be a gigantic day. Look at that. I do think we're probably going... Okay. It's minus 97, right? So... 200 200-ish plus whatever the lessons are. Interesting. It looks like it's possibly every... Oh, this is gonna carry. This is probably gonna carry to here. So what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm thinking of doing like a burnout day on every 10th or 11th day, as it seems like the opportunity is pretty good for that. We'll see. All right, so today should be a blast from the past. These have been rougher than usual as things are getting a little bit more out of my common exposure. Let's see what we have to do. All right. Well, huh. I really thought it was Mugen. Yeah, it's not. Interesting. What is this, like speechless? Oh, no, wait. It's kind of like silent, right? Mugon. Or silence. Okay. I want to write something for this because pretty sure Gon is a different read. I have a feeling it's our only read of Gon. It certainly is. Are there going to be others? Don't think so. This is a one-off. Oh, they did incorporate Genji in there though. Oh no, just kidding. They didn't. Here. Genji was... does not approve. Breaking the silence with gongs. We'll see how. We'll see. That doesn't really change that much. 이지 the Uh, the re was way easier to remember than the than the meaning they ascribed to it. Hmm. Something about Egypt. Frustration? What? Oh, I missed the R. Hold up. Using a flower to... Ugh. Okay. Alright, let's throw in some stuff. What do we have? To bully or to get irritated? Oh boy. Bully. Is there anything else other than bully? To pick on, to tease, to torment. Let's say. To tease Egyptians with flower lip rings. And be a source of frustration. Okay.
MAKU.
Cute. No rest. No rest is good too. What? Is that not how? Why I'm drawing a blank on. Oh.
書き方
お笑い. Wait. お笑い. 私は日本のお笑いが好きです。Oh, right. Comedy. Wait. Wait. Oh,
かき氷
Ingori. Napoleon. Oh. What? Na? Oh. That's a bad typo.
ナポレオン三世
Sunset. Hmm.
察する
察する。
治る
治る。Heck.
歌劇
Anyaki. Okay.
火曜日
Oh, are we doing the day of the weeks for the burn? Whoops. No one saw that. No, they're not the burns. Interesting. Um. Onyomi for fix? Oh. What? I could have sworn it was wait, hold up. Is it the left or the right? Probably the right. Fix. Or is that not fix? Hmm. Correct. Fix. Right. What I think it is. Or Oh, I'm moving this to the end. Or click on it. Nai Pocket. Oops. Okay. Oh. Oh. Uchi? Uchi pocket.
内ポケット
Uchi pocket. I thought it was pocket. Like side pocket. Like pants pocket. Oh, okay. They needed like inside. Oh, inside the pocket. Oh, no, I mean, that's fine. That's fine. Really, really,
日
really
曜日
straightforward. Ichiobi. What?
悲劇
Igeki. Interesting.
書き直す
That is fixed. Correct and fix. I still don't. I can't. I thought it was. Oh, I typed shoku instead of choku. Although I still thought it was seiriki. Oh, it's jiki. Seijiki. Oh, okay. I'm pretty sure. What is this? To revise something? To rewrite. Okay. I mean, makes sense. That's pretty literal. What in the... Immediately I want to type Ming, but that's not it. I feel like it's a call moment. What? A kunyomi. Oh. Ata. Right. That's right. They changed it. Wow. First exposure is so strong. um.
駅弁
Even. Excuse me. What? Oh, no, wait. Huh. The left side was like Katsu. And in the middle would be Jo. And then the right would be Ke. Katsusho, no, Katsusho se. Katsusho Ke. Katsusho. Huh. What does that mean? Lie? Like lively, book, shape. Tabeta no something wa taberu desu. Oh,
辞書形
jishoke. I see. That's what happens when you read context sentences. Oh, jishoke. Hmm. How do I do the proclamation stuff? Something makes me just want to type call again. Okay. All right. Kind of like announcement or declaration or proclamation, something like that. Wide and mound or mouth. I might have to write something for this. It's definitely announcement. It sounds something like call. Koku. And it's something like Coca-Cola or something is when you need to announce something to help the dirt slide out of your mouth, you just wash it down with some Coke or something. Yeah. Do we have anything else we can attach this to? Skeru. Skeru might be okay. Skeru. And the rest are cuckoo. Ne? Let's attach it to skeru. Tsu. To wash the dirt. Right. To help the dirt slide down and slide the dirt out of your mouth. We are going to need the okay. Or retroactively. Oh wait. To make an announcement. Okay. All right. We're retroactively doing these now. For the heck of it. I got the word there. Fine. Something makes me want to just... Oh no. What? What? Isn't this like attaching the car? This is like related or connection? I really thought it was a den. Take the weapon, right? Attach it to the car with thread. It's connect. Or I think it's connect. And having trouble summoning a word. I really thought it was a den. Something else is connect. That's a den. Huh. This is for the pew-pewing, right? Oh. It's Tsuna. Tsuna? Do we have K? I don't think we have K. No K? Oh, no K. It's Tsuna all the way. Be connected. Ooh, okay. Could I revise this? Hmm. No, we just imagine a harpoon vehicle, right? I think instead of using car, using vehicle for that is fine too. Would be nice. Do we have some similar purple murasaki? I can kind of see it. Murasaki. Interesting. I mean, interesting. With your amphibious and amphibious be connected harpoon weapon to a amphibious vehicle car in order to hunt for the mystical purple tuna. And we're not going to use Murasaki for the thing, but if we can connect Murasaki to this is actually kind of okay. I can group the structures based on it. Like Murasaki is not too far. Right. Wait, is it? Hold up. Oh yeah, it is. It's fine. Hi. Alright. That one's a standalone. Unfortunately, there's not much to do other than hunker down. The tsunami and tongue? Oh, is this? Oh, it's... No, wait. I thought the other one was Katsu. What the heck is this? Oh, it's life. Or it's another grammatical term, I think. Oh no, wait. I think it is. Yeah, katsuyo. Okay, so I've gotten ji. I got the read on ji mixed up with katsu. This katsu. So the question is, what is the other read on ji10? Was it always ji? Oh, it is because it's quit. I see. It's quit. This is the lively. Ketsuyoke. Ketsuyoke. I have no idea. Shape, lively use, shape. Tatsu. We're just gonna. I thought it was verb, but maybe it's also a little bit more specific. Tatsu. Tatsu no ketsuyoke ga wakarimasen. Don't understand the something form of ketsuyoke. Lively use? What kind of form is this? Maybe it'll come back to me. I don't know. Something makes me want to type hitsu. Okay. Okay. Ugh. Is that Wolverine? What in the world is that? Wait, the thing is a prison, right? Prison and brush? Is this like a password or something? Or like a keyword? Oh, no.
無料
Murio. Oh no, wait. Murio is like impossible. What? This is like a theater or something like that. I think. Geki, and then I thought it was like Gekiba. The right has oh. That's just Onyomi.
劇場
Gekijo.
大阪弁
Sakaden. Oh, what? Some reason I kinda no. Yeah, for whatever reason I just want to type okay. That doesn't work. I feel like this might be a Ko moment. Old mouth. Oh, is definitely the Onyomi. I think. But what does that have to do with? I think children. I don't remember. The definition and the translation eludes me. The problem. Can't find more information. Old mouth. Headstone. Old. I want to say it has E? No. Maybe it's not cool. I think it's definitely cool. It's hard. So hard. A harden and How do I harden? Katamaru.
固まる
Katamaru. And something about a cutter. To harden. Yeah, I've seen how it means to make hard. Oh. Sometimes youth become hardened by all the deep kata. Kata, yeah. Katas of life. I was doing deep cuts. Kata. I think that's still kind of okay. How does coal? Oh, that's right, coal. That's not that great.
水曜日
直す
No, so. What? Oh.
姉
I wrote the wrong thing. Hey. Okay, this is not... I've been getting these a little mixed up, right? This is...
考え方
Angaekata. What? What? Mosuku. Oh? Correct moon? This has to be something like weird and funky, no? Correct moon. I don't think that works for correct month. That just says soon. And it's probably a phase of the moon. Right? It's definitely a phase of the moon. Man, if this is a burn, I'm gonna feel really gonna suck. This kind of feels like a burn. What incarnation is a... We have Sei and Sho on the right. Unless it's really different. And then Getsu, Gatsu. Nope. Those don't sound like things I want. Oh,
正月
Shongatsu. And what does correct moon mean? I think correct moon is it's the shogun is always correct about something about like New Year's. It's just New Year's. Or oh, New Year, just yeah, New Year's holiday, yes. And how did this work? Something like you're upset at the Shogun because he doesn't. You hate Shogun's guts because it's the New Year's. Yeah, let's see. We can make Getsu and Gatsu. Ski. Correct moon. Weave in the others. Getsu. How does Getsu work? What did they use for Getsu? No Getsu. Let's click on a Getsu. Okay, it's what I think it is. Getsu. And then say. Okay. On New Year's holiday, the Shogun removes his saber and does not getsu his saber, but work up the gatsu to celebrate the correct moon. Okay.
上品
上品。とても上品なね味 It's like good products. Quality or above. 上品。Nice products. No, I wouldn't pivot that far. The other way is crude. Excuse me. I guess we'll come back to this. Oh, no. Hmm.
説明
説明. Okay.
無名
Meh. Anonymous works. No name is fine. No? Two. Okay. Rakugaki, no?
落書き
Nakugaki, CD. Oh. Oh, wait. Yellow? Okay. Definitely dealing with a saw. Zombie on a scooter? N? Huh. Oh, no, wait. This is not. This is just far.
Toku
Oku. Why do I think it's tall? Besides being off of toy, is toy my only, and it's N, right, for far. So we only have toy, toku, and then ensoku. Ensoku. How the tall? Oh, there's a zombie tail on the ground. It remains. Ugh, I don't remember this at all. What is that? Oh. Guess we can't. We don't want to mix it up with Tokyo, which is oh. I think that's fine. I think Toei is fine from far. Yen. Yen is good enough. Or yen. Yen is good enough. What the heck? Something makes me so kan? Related? Makes me want to say
関わる
akawaru. Okay. Hmm. Yep. Oh no, wait. This is oh, no. Oh,
青空
Ozora. Okay. Tosu? No, this is really different. Wait, oh no, yes, this is really, maybe it's not too much. This is lullaby or something like that. Lullaby. Hmm. I think it does you. Oh wait, could you see? Hmm. I feel like it's called. I think this requires additional things. Yeah, I have no. It's special. That sounds okay. I think it does use on the end. So ko makes sense, right? But the middle does. Su, shu. What was the act of protecting? Who's it? No. Oh no, no, no. No, we're gonna pass on this. We'll wait to the end.
地
She.
取り出す
Toristas. Okay. Heck, Jie? A Jie? What the Jie? I'm gonna say. Um, I lost fruit. Oh boy. Hmm. We're gonna YOLO some. Oh, we tried. Does the meaning help me out? Kyo no testo no something ga気になります。Alright, we're moving to the end of this. Kansai
関西弁
then.
留守番
留守番 What? Oh,
活気
kaki. Okay.
劇的
Yakiteki. Oh, wait. Or dramatic. Something makes me want to type. Okay, that didn't work. Hmm. Oh. What? Oh no. Reason. Jackhammer. That's a jackhammer, right? Dang, I really thought that was it. Reason jackhammer. Can't think of a vocabulary word when looking at it. About Chinese. I already tried. That's why I typed the D. Oh wait. Chinese does help. This is Ji, which is prohibit. Prohibit is keen. Huh. I wonder what the thing is for this. The king just prohibits jackhammering 2 trees. Yeah. Doesn't really help that much, huh? Do we only have keens? Only keens. Okay. And it's only keen. Okay. I see. Well, how do you do that? Keen it is. Yeah, prohibit. Okay. Oh no. What is 是 树 是 no 是柱 Shiju. Something makes me want to type Kigeki.
喜劇
Kingeki. Alright. Kingeki. What's a happy drama? What in the... Oh there, Nick. Hello. That's a lot of crosses on a lots of crosses on... That's not a pedestal. Ground and legs. Have I used you before? I feel like I've only used you like once. Probably a gambler. Yes. Yep, for... yeah. How did the gambler thing go? Blackjack? Because there's 20 legs. Wait. Oh yeah, because this thing is blackjack. Ugh. Hands on his Suzak expectantly, hoping he hits the big one. He just puts all his money down. If he doesn't win this one, the gambler loses everything, including the 2 legs he's standing on. Okay. And I think they defined this part. What about the Chinese one? Cross, fence, pedestal. Do I get to gambler using an alternative? Oftentimes gamblers are on the fence. And praise to the cross rather than being held on a pedestal. We'll try this. For whatever reason, I'm feeling long go. Okay. This won't take K. It definitely has a kunyomi. Shape that stands alone. I think this is a burn. It's not a great burn though. Go furthest away. Shape. How could I shape? What are my reads for shape other than K? Might also be a one-off. We're gonna write something for this. This is a very, very weak burn. I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm confident this is... Oh, we'll push it to the end. Worry about it later. What is that, 4 or 5 right now? Hmm. Am I drawing a blank on? It's like Shaz. This is using ankle, right? So ankles. Ashi.
Ashikubi.
Scooby. Sho? Shome. Shome sha. Ne? Shome sho.
証明書
Shome sho. That kind of defeats the purpose of studying media bat. But thanks for typing things. You can write them down for yourself if you're practicing along. Shomesho. Detailed, bright book. I was gonna say something like explanation writing. Oh, it might be like written explanation. Oh. Ugh. Detailed. Huh? Detail. And writing. No worries, media. It's part of the routine. Generally something much disc on. Oh, I'll come back to this. Oops. What? Oh no. That's young. I just wrote this earlier. Mental block. Hmm.
Warai.
What I. Okay. What I.
Iikata.
Yikata. Just gonna go with feeling like nope, that didn't help. Did I sort out the Jie problem? Jie? Jie 是爵士开 No? Ah. Jie is such a problem, man. I'll compact it, yeah. Nope. Oh, wait. Okay. YOLO. Okay. We YOLO'd something. This is Ho. But what is... What do we got? Arrows. Arrow, leader. What's the top thing I use? Hey, that's supposed to be a hook? I think that's supposed to be a hook. Mouth? Oh. Oh, right. The onyomi. What is the onyomi? Dang it! I really need to lock down Jie. Pretty sure it's Kai. Let's say Dang it. So we have a cluster around Jie. Wait. No. No, that doesn't sound like anything. I was thinking like maybe I got the right thing. Ooh. Ooh. Huh. Oh, it's nah, it's Kyoku. Hmm. What does this tell me? No. Oh, this is that weird expression, like being tied up with something, like just as expected, or like Ooh, hold. It's coming to me. It's definitely an expression. Now we have to. Oh, welcome back. They're all clustered on the same thing. What? Hmm. Simple and spirit. Thought it was. Oh no, wait. What? Okay. Well, I thought it was. None of these things. What else is simple? Zen. Oh no, that's just Zen. Yes, that's it.
大学生
大学生. Okay. I think this stands.
劇
Yiki.
Shimaru
Shimaru. What?
妹
Imoto. That was a typo. Okay. Oops.
お守り
Omamori. What?
運
Uh, what? Oh, maybe they're looking for like. No, wait. Maybe they're looking for a minute. Okay, fine. Wait. No. That should be fine, right?
Zusetsu
Zusetsu. Hmm. Okay. I don't imagine you're gonna take the kun. Oh no, wait. Yin, 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 shish, yin. Uh. Yin, 相应是and let's see. Why do I feel like I want to type okay.
Muchi
Muchi. Oh wait. Nothing known? Not know? Unexpected? Oh no, not harmony. No wait. No. No. Wait. Koitsu. Kurana. いくらなんでも、無知すぎるだろう。何ですか？無知。I remember Die. It's Ketsu. Ketsu is the thing. So we're gonna cover like 4 of them, right? It's Ketsu or Die. Muchi. The heck Muchi. Muchi. So if you're lacking knowledge, what are you? Ignorant. Oh,
社会
okay. A meeting at what? Company meeting. Oh wait, like society, because it's using not the act of meeting, but the thing, the place, the object.
月曜日
It's Yoli. I want to immediately type. That's not it. Kind. Oh, I really thought that was it. Geoduct. Oh, wait, no. Fine. Le, right? No. Le. Hmm. Le. Hmm. The rice is throwing me off. Uh. Big Geoduck and rice. I have to throw this at the end. Come back to it. What are we up to? Like 10?
小説
Onsetsu. The heck is a small theory? あなたの一番好きな小説は何ですか? What is something your favorite something? Oh, 小説. It's kind of like legend, myth. Oh, maybe not. 小説. Oh, something like urban legends. Huh. 小説. Doesn't really help that it just says what's your favorite something. 小説. What's a theory but small? Hmm. Yeah, we'll move this to the end as well, I suppose. What in the... Oh. It's probably Hitosato. Oh! Oh no, wait. Hitosato.
人里
What is that? Like hometown? Community? Okay. It's okay.
無茶
Ucha. Oh man, this is irrational. Ucha. Hmm. Shitakaki. No shitakaki. Kuda? No. Oh no, shitakaki. Wait. No, that's fine.
下書き
Shitakaki. Hmm. Rough draft? Something like that? Something rough? Written roughly. Kind again. Here we are again. Something makes me want to write... Son of a bee sting. Uh... What do we have? Heavy grain stock. Makes me want to type shoot. Okay. Sure. Sure. Alright.
書き入れる
Akireru. Write in to write. Okay, they want write in as opposed to write down. It's fair enough. That's more of an English thing.
留学生
留学生. Oh, no. Just kidding. Dung. Dung. It's Toku? Is this like special? Sen? Alright, let's think about it. Oh, this is equal. Voice recorder. That's not what they use. Something else. Like what is that? Like a prison or container? Container for the mouth? I don't know where they're going with this. Something makes me want to type. Dang it. I'm relying so much on feeling right now. Without having with it to like not have to constantly rely on mnemonics. Let me try to round this up. So this has something to do with, this is paragraph, right? Or clause. Or verse. It's like very utilizing. Oh, okay. Okay. What? Somehow I want to type ningen. Huh. Oh no, ain't no way it's gonna use whatever thing that I forgot. I think it does. Man, meh. これは私の妹の something です。No. No. Uh, hmm. None of the jin or the anything with ke, right? If we're using ke and we're combining it with jin and nin, ninke, jinke sounds off to me. So what are the choices? This does involve figuring out the thing that I dropped, which is the kunyomi for the right. For ke. Or maybe I don't. Dang. It is definitely the right. Oh. This is my younger sister's ningyo.
人形
Ugh, that's not a great burn. So is that our own gyo? How many gyos do we have? I think that might be our own gyo. Right. And then no, all the other ones are fine. Oh, I think I already typed conjugated form. Oh, I think I only wrote conjugate instead of typing form with it. Is why that was taken written as erroneous. And then we had this Jishoke. So is that our only gyo? It is our only gyo. So let's write something for this. So people at Nintendo enjoys gifting dolls and puppets of their mascots, of their IPs, while celebrating with gyoza and cake. I almost wanted to say keiki. Keiki is fine. But I just say ke. Ningyo. Ningyo. Are we back? I think this is the first thing we skipped. So we skipped 11 things. Did I figure out this? I did, and now I have forgotten again. I want to say, dang it. Somewhere along the line, I picked up again the onyomi for no, and now it's gone again. Son of a bee sting. Heck. Alright, let's get the ones that I think I found. Okay. Yeah. This one was fine. Oh. Because I wrote conjugated, but I didn't write conjugated form. um... Like... Like... What is good? Something... What is, like, good? It's, elegant. Well, it's better than good. Lullaby. Lullaby is special because the middle one is one of Omori-uta.
子守歌
Do we... I kind of like the Mori more thing. But I guess Su and Shu's gotta throw in there somewhere. Su, sung lullabies to the what do we use? So what did they use for in Uta? Where's Uta at? Utter Uta? It sounds like a one-off, but we'll try it. To the child to protect it from uttering Mori. They sung lullabies to the child to stop the child from Uta Mori. Noises during the night. Okay. That one's gonna be rough. We'll see. Okay, and then we have Kitsu. So
結果
Keka. Keka. What the heck? I want to say results. Or result. Okay. Alright. And still nothing on shape. Which coincides with I think we have two things. Right. Hitting on it. Related to shape. This is before I started writing more things. Let's go find the other one. Find it. The meaning for I don't know, written instructions would be fine too. Or detailed, very detailed. How? How am I not? Excuse me. No. What else we got? Oh, this one I think is fine, right?
結局
Kekyoku. Oh no, this is not fine. Because it's like a figure of speech. Maybe like as expected? Or something like the government's tied up, so it's like taking some time. Something like that. Like, oh, well. Oh, I think I know what the other thing is. It's like written evidence, clear evidence, or like proof or certification. All right, let's get back to this. I don't know, I'm even further away from that. kind. It's Louis, and the only reason I know it's Louis is because it's linked with Shurui. Yeah, Shurui. Yeah, Shurui. Or type, I guess. Type, kind, category. We're gonna need some more here. Do we have any more? Yeah, Shindui. Oh, Shindui. Oh, no. Do we only have Dui? Oh my gosh, we only had Dui. Is it only Louis? Dui? Oh, okay, we only have Dui. Okay, so how do we do this? Shurui. Shinui. Shurui, yeah. Shurui, Let's link it with the vocabulary, right? The big geoduct made sure to have the different types of rice. Let's just use kind. Different kinds of rice have it placed in separate sorted into separate chutes. So they don't get mixed and ruined. Okay. What the heck? And now we're back to this. Second show setsu. Shiranai. What else do we have? Oh, no, we're back. Oh boy. We're back to the big no. Okay. Been a tough day. Tough day. Oh, I did figure this out, right? It was like no. Seijiki. Oh no, shojiki.
正直
Shojiki. Because like the Shogun is, oh, this is honesty or honestly or honest. Yikes. Yeah, this is a special one. Shojiki. It's because the shogun is weird because he does the chiki, to be honest. Let's add something else. The other one is choku, right? Let's ascribe negative. So in order to prevent being choku or stabbed by a saber, you must be honest about the shogun's chiki. And I think chiki from now on is gonna be jig. We're gonna use jig, which is what they're trying to do. Actually, chiki is kind of reminds me of a jig. A jig being a dance. Okay. All right. All right. We're climbing through this. No. For a moment there I thought I had it. Oh, you know? Could it be? Oh no, it's not. Wait. Ah, I thought I had it. $2 hours. Man. I'm digging for it. What? Alright. What is the other one? Oh wait. I had a idea for this one. Or like certification? Qualification certificate. Okay, yes. Written proof, right? Certificate or okay. Qualifications would be another thing. Credentials is qualifications. Okay. Alright. I think we're fine now, right? Dang it! What? Something's wrong with the left side. Oh no, it's not that. Kanketsu. And the heck is... Anketsu. Relationship? Connection? Anketsu. Kono... manga wa... Kono manga wa mada kanketsu shite imasen. Concluded? Okay. That's finish, right? Oh, perfect. Oh, okay, they went with perfect. Perfect does work. Complete whole finish is, or in its entirety, is also good. Kan, do you have any other cons? Kan. All cons, only one read. Okay. Alright. Kan kind of eluded me a little bit there. Okay. I don't know what this figure of speech is. It's like they're tied up at the moment. They're like being delayed. Karewa 彼は試験に書くWhen the world is TP on top of mouth. Hmm. 入るね。体格。合格。合格。あれ、合格しませんでした。Maybe not. Something about a test though. But that doesn't help with the figure of speech. Dang it. So this and then... Oh, okay. Alright. No clue. I feel like I'm relatively close to whatever this one is. I'm basically just going through every single character that I can think of that is kind of related to this. This one, unfortunately, is an exception. And exceptions kind of suck. Hmm. Yeah, no, I think I'm gonna I think we're gonna give up on these three. I can't really. What if I wrote them down? Like on a piece of paper or something. Let's see. So is Thai, right? Thai, or yes, Thai plus bureau. And the mnemonic deals with, right, it's kyoku. And it deals with tying up the bureau. So it's after all. I think it's after all. Like, something like, oh well, the bureaucracy is tied up most of the time, right? After all, is after all one word? It's two words. Eventually, in the end, let's add more stuff to this. Oh, it's buying. I need to think of it as buying. That's no, that doesn't help too much, but buying. Is there anything else we can tie as the alternative? Buying. And then the other one would be cloak. Kyoku. the amount of time it takes for the bureau to I don't know, to tie up the issue is Yoku in mystery because the bureau is often in a bind after all. Wait, I missed something. Etsu. Etsu. The amount of time it takes for the bureau to tie up the ketchup issue. Ketsu issue is Kyoku in mystery because the barrel is often in the bind after all. Alright, we're just gonna throw that in there. That's how we get close up these gaps. Alright, so let's write this down. Usually typing this stuff out. So we have small plus theory. Shousetsu. So what is a small theory? Small theory. Oh, this is special. What is this? It's something like, I'm gonna use concept. Small concept is what we're going for here. And a small concept is a novel. Let's add more things to this. First of all, I'm gonna change theory into concept as well. So it's kind of like bind and tie. Let's see. So shousetsu. The shogun has setsu a deadline to record his small concept in a novel. Okay. Last but not least, this is unfortunate because there's only one thing. So the way I will go about this is shape. So now, what are the reads that I have for singles that are kind of novel? We have chikara. Chikara. Strong. Chikara. Takara. Treasure. Takara. Katachi. It's probably katachi. Which is like cutting cheese into a shape or something like that.
形
Katachi. Ooh, that's bad burn. Very bad burn. The problem we have is that katachi is the only katachi. Oh no! Wait. No, yeah, it is the only one, right? I don't... Well, there is kata. Gata, which was heart-shaped, right? Hato gata is shortened, but that's something we can connect with. And everything else is ke. No other one. They're all ke except for this. Alright, so katachi, which is cutting the cake into a specific shape or something. Or cheese. Cut a cheese, yeah. Into what shape? Let's add some. Let's add cake. So and it works for kata actually. So we visualize it as two different things. Okay. So the baker was instructed to kata the ke into the shape of chi. This is gonna line up with the other one that's coming up. Yeah. Alright. Good enough. So what were the worst three? Well, we'll review the worst three. Keikyoku. Right. Keikyoku. Keikyoku. Sousetsu. Shousetsu. And katachi. What was the one before it? Oh, it was the expression. No, that's the expression. Maybe we add one more. Add another character. I think the character that was pretty bad was Rui. Rui was fine. Geoduct, make sure they're sorted in. The rice is sorted into the big geoduct. Make sure it's sorted into, or big rice, whichever. Okay, Rui was a pretty bad character, standalone character. Do we have another vocabulary word stuck on for some time? It was the written me sho, something me sho. I can't quite see it. I can't quite see it. It's just gone. If I can hang on to meisho, I might be able to find it. Oh, certificate. So that was proof. Or evidence. Show. Show meisho. Certificate. Show meisho. Yeah, let's write that one. So, what was it? Evidence is the problem. What did I think it was? Detailed. Detailed is not that hot. As opposed to evidence. Oh, because I'm thinking of something else actually. What was detailed? Thin, detail, show. Oh, I was thinking of this. Oh, okay. Wrong character. Evidence. Evidence is what was broke this open. Evidence. They're both show, but slightly different. Right. So evidence plus bright plus written, right? Show me show certificate. Okay. All right, now let's review. Tomorrow's gonna be a wild day. 208 plus all the lessons. So like 300. Big day tomorrow. Okay. That was tough. We had 90. Like 98. And I skipped 11. That's definitely on the below average. It's below average. I think at minimum of the 11, half of them were like okay. It took me a little bit. We had to use mnemonics, like really dig deep. And then six of them, well, I have 5 of them written here. 5 of them are very bad. Like, it's not bad in the sense of there was nothing to work on, or there wasn't anything to get to them. Obviously, we eventually get to them with all the context or all the different tricks, but they're really bad. Especially katachi. Katachi, I don't think it would affect the way I type. It was merely the read. Katachi was tough. I think most of the kunyomis that stand alone that are they're one-ofs, so I don't think WaniKani is equipped to normalize that. I often think that weighting the distribution examples, that weighted distribution for practice is something much more attractive for this, right? But then that would create like a really weird progress balance where if you have a certain read that is underrepresented, it can be artificially inflated without like having it stop you from progressing. But I don't know, that might be something else. Obviously it can be offset by reading and whatnot. I don't actually know how common kadachi is. The shape of something. You can say something like katachi no. That usage is probably fairly common. I don't pay attention to that though. Okay. Alright. Let's go our mnemonics. Let's see. Leather, vine, restaurant, road, demon, and morning. Okay. Okay. Kayu, Murasaki. Shoku, Go. Heck. um. Heck. Dang it. Alright, we're gonna skip this for now. Sai. Saki. And Itsu. Shi. Han. Jun. Toku. I. Sho. Yu. Haku. Haku. Totsu. Ze. Hana. Shi. Gen. New. Yo. Shiro. Hai. Shu. Uh. Wadi. Wa. Alright. And what do we have? We have oops. Right. 証明書 excuse me 証明書 certificate uh 結局 結局 after all and Josetsu. Wiggly hands. Okay. Novel. Shape. Katachi. Right. Oh, no, wait. I don't think it has Hold up. I think it has horns. Oh, no, it doesn't. I'm a little bit torn. Okay. Shape. Form. Rui. Right. Type. Kind. Category. All right. Okay. Yeah, we still got as a hero. Okay. All right. So that's a wrap for today. A bit of a long one. Cut. These are the pretty much the tougher ones because there are different staggered words. They're the most common ones that are gonna take a while are they either stand alone. So most of the time, all of these are exceptions in some way. So they are either exceptions like Rui and Kadachi. Rui is an exception because it is the only Rui that I have. Yep, it's the only Rui in the whole set, like all of the sets. This is the only one. Not enough usage of it at the moment. And the good news about Rui, for whatever reason I forgot, was that Shurui is linked together, so that's softer. Then shape, that's Kun. Kun is always going to be the exception when it comes to exposure because of WaniKani. The way WaniKani is structured, there is probably rarely ever more than one example. There can be half examples. Sometimes there are half examples. So like kata in can be used sometimes, so that's good. So shape is actually less worrisome than like others. Chikara, it could work out to be like chikara, where they would include two phrases that a phrase that bolsters them, like chikara ippai also reinforces chikara as the standalone, so that was a lot stronger. So there's varying degrees, but most of the time it's either the kun standalone is the only read that it has, and it only has one example. So those are the weakest. And then either it has a very exceptional read that is not similar to any of the other ones. I think Dui actually counts as onyomi too. So And then we have exceptional meanings. All the meanings are exceptional. So we have novel, which is exceptional. After all, is a figure of speech. So like a transitive, like an interjection, like thereafter or afterwards or very soon. Have it your way. That type of thing. That's exceptional. And then certificate was an error. So that was the most concerning one was probably certificate, because I thought of shoal, but I was thinking of a different shoal. I was thinking of detailed as opposed to evidence. Eventually got there, but this is a mistaken identity right here. For shoal. Right. So that are the things that I would be worried about most of the time, because that is a mistake. The other ones are weaknesses of WaniKani. So in order for me now, what we're doing for weaknesses after the 100 days, the weaknesses, in order to do these, we're basically linking all the alternative reads. But some of these can still be tough because there aren't any alternative reads in their database. So the idea is you take all these weak ones. If it's a weakness in definition, we would create multiple definitions, right? Combine multiple definitions. And then if it's reads, we would combine onyomi with kunyomi if possible. If not, we use onyomi 1 to onyomi 2. And the more we add like kun 1 or even possibly kun 2, vice versa. So we would add them into a new mnemonic. And the goal is to make the mnemonic use WaniKani's established things. And if they're not that great, now we're adding my own. So my own stuff. Today I added something from Hanzahiro instead, which can work to my advantage as well. So those are the ways I'm going about it right now. Probably pretty optional the moment these are kind of very common, right? But once they set in the memory and have usages outside, we would no longer need to really do this stuff. But it is what we're doing to compensate for it. I think WaniKani, in my opinion, requires a weighted exposure or normalized to how often a read comes up, because where in my opinion it's prioritizing the reads, like you're trying to read characters, right? And reads have different weights in their distribution. It might not be useful in the sense of what characters are most frequently used, etc., what vocabulary is most frequently used. That's for something else. When you're reading, graded readers and stuff, if it so happens, this is what I'm relying on. Like for example, katachi. Katachi might be very common when reading. So once you learn that read and you see it in the wild very often, then it offsets whatever it is. I kind of sort of disagree with WaniKani in terms of if their intent, their focus is to make you read or like be able to prioritize characters and their reads. The thing that they're doing oftentimes is they're separating the less common, or what they consider as the less common read, from the more common ones, sort of. I'm not sure if that's where they're going for it, because in the kanji section, they typically pick the one that's more common or more weighted. However, it's not the most consistent, right? They do go back and change these things as well. Like tata got, it's ko that was originally introduced, but they changed it to tata because their example first, and probably the more common one, is tata. And then there's like what was another one? Ie was changed from ka, right? That kind of thing. So having the first exposure is kind of nice because the first exposure would emphasize that takes the predominant thing. So everything goes back to the first exposure. Like mnemonics would go back to the first one because they do serialized mnemonics, where if something occurs again, they defer to the thing that it first occurred. So that's a way to iterate, to offset the weight. But unfortunately, that doesn't happen when the rare read, quote unquote, the rare read, as in the vocabulary has this read less in their database, they introduce that, and that's the only time it gets referred to. So now not only is it rare, you can't read it either. And I think that leads to the phenomenon, as people call it, leeches. There are leeches in WaniKani, I mean, in Hanzahiro as well and whatnot. However, Hanzahiro has less of that because, first of all, it's Chinese. So that's another thing. Chinese is more, there are a lot more homophones, but not necessarily, or they're a lot more initials and finals, and it's a one-to-one. Oftentimes they emphasize one-to-one. So Hanzahiro circumvents this by not, because of Chinese, they could avoid the multi-read thing and assume that the person will find the other reads in the future if they want, right? Like they will naturally end up encountering the reads for the future. However, they're prioritizing that it is consistently being read in some way. And also Chinese has less, there's no on and kun going around. This, in my opinion, is the thing that I will probably be working on most of the time. I think all the other stuff just comes and goes. Like if it reads well, it reads well. If it reads like a big amount, right? These kanji generally, I think 90% of the time, take the most common read, as in the read that they have the most vocabulary examples of. And then the secondaries come through in the vocabulary. And I think that's fine. The alternative is to data dump all the reads, like have a mnemonic for all the reads when it's first introduced. I think that's a little, that would end up being overwhelming, but the user can moderate how much they want to take on, right? Sometimes there will be 3 onyomis for a kanji, but they would only talk about the mnemonic for one of the kanji, and or one of the reads, and it's the read that is most prominent in their selection. So I think that's a great way to go in terms of how it works. It does not overlook that it is an imbalance, right? It's a deliberate, intentional. I'm not saying it's bad or good. It's an intentional compromise. Personally, for myself, across the board, I would weigh for myself, I would weigh it the other way. As in, the ones that are rarer, I would prioritize in terms of weighting it, and then the other ones would be assumed to have enough exposure. So like ke overwhelmingly is stronger than katachi, like overwhelmingly. I don't think this would even be possible to offset with like context sentences or not. So in the long run, you could say it's a bad or a good thing. It's up to whoever the use case is. But when you go read something, right, eventually you'll go and read in a graded reader or something. The first thing you'll default to is ke. So you're just gonna read it as ke, which honestly, that will get you to the meaning really quickly anyways. So despite it being katachi, saying ke would immediately initiate your understanding of the character, despite having the possibly the incorrect read for it, right? I don't know. It's a little thing. The little things that matter. I guess nowadays. But that is something I'm offsetting. So now I'm spending a disproportionate amount of time balancing that out, which is what I would do then is I would take the strongest elements, ke, and link it with katachi. And then the moment now, every time I think of ke, I'll think of katachi as well. So this, in my opinion, would be my personal criticism. I think, or constructive criticism. The idea is in the future, when the read is being introduced in kanji, like the first read, whichever read they decide, and it's often the thing that they already designed, which is the most prominent read, right? Have that prominent read be part of the mnemonic for the secondary read and the tertiary read. So I don't think the reason why I think this is a constructive criticism is because I don't think this violates their philosophy, which is to focus on the prominent read, get the person reading, associating a primary read to a primary definition immediately. However, later on down the road, with any additional read, offers an opportunity to reinforce your prominent read by attaching it to it. Your secondary read can end up being attached to a primary read. So what I am doing now, since it's after the fact, right? It wasn't felt until you need to scale up. So I'm gonna say by the time you get to like level 15 plus, I'm gonna say 15 to 30 is when I think a lot of individuals will start reading or doing other things where they're gonna compensate for the uneven distribution and emphasis of reads. Alternatively, lots of the common comments that I read are they wean off WaniKani's mnemonics, and oftentimes they build their own mnemonics. And most of the time, I think, much like I think the developers of Hanzo Hero would probably agree, you end up collaborating and cooperating all the reads together, or all the thoughts bound together, as opposed to like haphazardly. Like Katachi is so far away from Ke in terms of what you're thinking that they're not tied together. They feel like they're two distinct things you have to remember, which when it's low volume, so I think Katachi occurred around, I'm gonna guess level 6 or level 7. That's when the volume is still manageable. I think an average person's volume is pretty manageable by then. Once it gets higher and bigger, without overlapping more and more, like constantly building on top of each other, which is what this SRS is supposed to try to do. That's why I mean by this constructive criticism is not against their philosophy. I think it supports their philosophy. In order to make the transition from like level 15 to like level 30 and maybe even 30 on, which I wouldn't know because we haven't gotten to 30 plus or even higher. I think this supports the scaling problem, in my opinion. Remembering separate things or disjointedly, consistently becoming more and more disjointed does not allow for scaling. It's practically like Katachi might as well be a different character from Ke. Like, it would be very difficult, right? And this is probably not everyone. I don't think this is everyone, of course. Some people like to look at characters holistically, where they would see this picture, right? They would see that and then attach it to the whole. I don't see it that way, so that might be something worth noting. I see things as separate things I write. Different elements correspond with different elements, like all the characters that have hair, all the characters that have, so it goes in like, for me it's even more Lego-y when doing this. I'm intentionally doing that because reading can always be this like snapshot of all the characters, but what I'm trying to practice is the engagement from the different parts. So straying away from that, I feel isn't building on top of it. And that's probably my thought right now. I just think this part is made with possibly less foresight than the early parts. I think the early parts are pretty great. And then it got into a part where like, oh, you've heard this before. And that's when it got not so great to me. Where like, oh, you've learned this read before. So that's it. Yeah, this is just the end. So you've read this read before. Like, okay, what is it? Or an opportunity would be, oh, so now since you've read this read before, let's attach it to the previous read that you've actually read before. So as opposed to saying you know this already. The reason why saying you know this already is my biggest criticism, in my opinion. You know this already. Well, that means that when you tell someone you already know this, there's only one point of failure. So when you have that one point of failure, you fail. As opposed to writing another mnemonic that binds to two mnemonics together. When you bind the two mnemonics together, there's 2 points of failure. So you have to fail twice before you fail. And Katachi is a great example of how it can fail when there's only 1 point of failure. The 1 point of failure is you just don't know what Katachi is. You'll constantly say ke over and over again, but it's not going to get you to Katachi if it's not linked together. Right. I mean, you obviously can link together based on if you recognize the character, right? And that works on top of it. What I mean is you can have both of them working at the same time, not just one. Recognizing the character is 1 point of failure. You only have one chance. And that's if you look at the character and you recognize it's related to Ke, and then your 1 point of failure is to remember it's Katachi, because it's the mnemonic. But if you make Katachi involved with Ke, then there are 2 places you can fail. You can fail once somewhere, but you can still get to the answer because there's a redundancy. And I think that's probably a thing. It's been true since day 100, from 100 to 200. The thing that I found quite a bit disappointing personally is the complacency in lazy writing, where it's simpler to say you've already read this, so that's good. That's a shortcut. Like, I understand if the goal was to make it as minimalistic as possible, effortless as possible, which is what I think WaniKani was going for, like the developers. Learning, in my opinion, is inversely proportional to redundancy and shortcuts. So the more you simplify, the less input you have for something, the more chances you will fail, in my opinion. So like, if you only are stuck doing one thing and one mnemonic, then losing that mnemonic is your source of failure. If you have 2 mnemonics, regardless of how redundant it is as a source material for the learning, that's 2 ways to remember something. And in my opinion, yes, some people would say, well, at some point you're going to be remembering too many mnemonics, so that's a waste of time if you only have to remember one thing. Like, well, yes, if you don't fail very often. That's why humans have redundancies. When you operate something, when you do a program, you don't operate on single points of failures. You integrate points of like additional points of failures and fail checks, because those help defend against or mitigate or increase the consistency of success. I don't think this is a big deal, for the record. It's my personal criticism, right? I think this can alleviate some things that other people may not see. Like, what I mean is, I've had my fair share of being around people who their solution to most things is to do it better, but do it better in the same way. So what I mean is, if the mnemonic doesn't stick the first time, their goal is to use the mnemonic until it sticks, without any like change or any compensation or any modifications, right? I typically give it 2 shots too. I do the 2 chance thing where, okay, well, this seems fine. Well, I forgot it once. Okay, that's fine. It's probably new. I'm just getting used to it. And then the second time around, it's not fine anymore. If it happens again, it's like, I got to do something. You got to change it up. But it's not change it up in the sense of discarding what you already spent time on. It's to change it up so you can improve on the mnemonic, right? How can you add something that will make it stick better, right? And the nice thing about learning things is that over time you have more things that you can stick it onto, and there are some limits to this, and the worst ones on WaniKani are the ones where there isn't any additional things you can stick onto it. It is very, very far apart from everything else. And then you resort to finding iteration, so you iterate instead. So the one thing that can help is to come up with multiple ways of interpreting the same thing differently, slightly differently. So I can tell you now, this is an excellent experiment that I've tested a couple times. Obviously, I don't have like really large sample size, but when you tell someone that katachi means shape and form, and then you teach ke, it means form and shape, that alone produce a larger, possibly a significant retention than saying this is shape and form and that's shape and form. Since you already know that's shape and form, you only have to remember the first thing. So even saying things out of order, in a different order, can promote redundancies. So when you say katachi is form and shape, and ke is shape and form, even that can possibly initiate 2 lines of thoughts. You think of shape first, or you think of form first. But they ultimately lead to a redundancy, because when you think of form, you think of shape. When you think of shape, you think of form. But that's 2 different first thoughts. Your order of thought, there are 2 ways to get to the same thought. And saying you already know this, and that's it, because it's easier. Like, well, yes, saying you already know this, it's easier, but then you're more likely to forget. It isn't the same as literally rehearsing or practicing that input, right? Or I guess that input, outputting that input again. So that's what I'm doing here. It's not, in my opinion, a waste of time to sit here, ruminate, think about things. Actually, after ruminating and thinking about the things, or trying to like brainstorm my way to the answer, it allows me to write the mnemonics and understand where it failed faster. So instead of looking at the answer right away and then write out a new thing based on the answer, I ruminated on it and thought about it. And then when I go to write the answer, it would be through my thoughts, not something I read that I might forget immediately. So I already tested this for myself. There were a few examples, especially verbs, definitely verbs. The thing that WaniKani does a lot is, oh, hey, this is the transitive version of this verb. You already know the read. That's it, right? Like, oh, this is the intransitive version, but it's a little different. Some of them, it's inconsistent, but some of them are like, oh, you already have like majiru, right? Majiru next to Mamoru? I just know there's a lot of mixes. Tons of mixes. 3 characters. I think there are 3 characters. Each one has transitive, intransitive versions of the elements of mixing, right? And when you try to sort them all out, regardless of how redundant they are, a lot of them now have these things like, oh, do you remember this? You remember this? And it shows the characters like, oh, okay, well, it's a different version of this and whatnot. Those stick really well, right? Those stick really well. But there are ones that there are only 2 pairs. And my thought is, oh, okay, I got reminded. Oh, it's that based on that read. But I keep forgetting that other read. So instead of forgetting, instead of gaining more from the second read, I always remember the first one, or I tend to remember the first one, and then the second one falls by the wayside and continues to be falling by the wayside. So I let that stoop for a while. And then now I realize that's just a no-go. If I come upon anything that says, oh, you remember this read, I'm proactively going to write something for it. That's going to be a slight different version of the first one. If it's exactly the same, that's fine, but you incorporate intransitive or transitive, you incorporate new details. Because saying that this is just like before, I think to me is it's a missed opportunity is probably the word I would use, or phrase I would use. It's a missed opportunity. Shortcuts are shortcuts. I think as a learning tool or as a learning device, regardless of how repetitive it is or how people are repetitive or think it's repetitive, redundancies are built-in retention silver linings. And no, that is not the same as doing the same exact exercise again and again and expecting to remember it, but you're still having trouble remembering it. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about writing it in a different way so you can see it in a different way, despite it overall meaning the same thing. That's kind of like the difference between someone who is engaged because they thought pushing a block was interesting at first, and then now pushing a block with your hands versus pushing a block with your foot are 2 different things. But they both could be summarized as, oh, that's how you push a block. You can push it with your hands or you can push it with your foot. But now it's hands and foot, right? Some people say, well, that's kind of boring. It's still the same thing. It's pushing the block. Pushing the block is the more important thing. Yes, sure, for you. However, it's not like you're going to end up forgetting that you can push the block with your hands and your foot, despite you thinking it's repetitious or not. So I think that is what is one of the weaker points about WaniKani. I think going back and replacing every instance of this read you already know this read with something else, with another thing that reiterates the read and then introduces the one bit that makes it different, which is the meaning, because either it's going to be intransitive or transitive, or this is a slight deviation. Getting rid, in my opinion, replacing this is a shortcut to we're not taking any shortcuts. You can take shortcuts if you want. That to me is excellent. I don't think the person teaching, right? The person creating the teaching product should be taking the shortcuts. The user gets to choose, or the person being taught gets to decide if they want to take the shortcuts. Personally, obviously, this is a touchy point because there's one counter argument. You could say it can be too overwhelming or too taxing, right? If you constantly throw everything at the person, which this is not, this is building on something that is missing, not building on something that is already there. It can be very draining or repetitious to read all the stuff. I'm gonna be real. If it's still there, whether it's there or not, for those who aren't going to read it, they're probably still not going to read it. But I think, in my opinion, those who do put in potentially can benefit from it. At least in my sense of my personal perspective. This is probably a minority thing as well. I don't think people are really excited about doing another tutorial about a game that they understand how to play already. I do, because I think fundamentally, if you do not iterate on your fundamentals or even see presentations of your fundamentals, it's kind of like saying a native speaker understands everything about their language. They don't. Like, that's not to say that native speakers aren't a great example or a paragon of like learning experiences. At the same time, it's also part of the human condition that when you start doing something to a great extent, you start taking shortcuts. That's how efficiency is built, right? You become so efficient that all the optional explainers and optional details are either not retained or they just choose not to engage in it, right? I doubt there are a lot of people out there who wants to talk about the intricacies of how to walk. But then when you go and see a baby, have a baby, how would you educate the baby on how to walk, right? Like, just do it, forehead, that kind of situation, right? I think this is a very big stickler point. It's become very taxing, and it's good. I think me doing this will go a long way. There is a silver lining here. If this is an experience, I'm gonna wrap this up. If this is an experience that someone else is experiencing while around like level 20 or something, I think putting some part of you to connect things, the information, or even like a manga, like if you're reading a manga and you're like, oh, I found a great example, write it down and then chuck it into WaniKani or something like that, or chuck it into your Anki, right? That, in my opinion, is the silver lining. So while this is providing constructive criticism, it doesn't have to be there. the user has control over how much you want to add. So in the long run, I'm doing this and I'm taking the time to do this because I think the next time it comes around, I'll be less likely to forget it, right? And with that said, that wraps up WaniKani today. We're gonna watch this later. Arigatou gozaimasu, right? As always, feel free to follow along. Pick up WaniKani, give it a try for yourself. You're more than welcome to stop on by and tell me how you circumvent these little things along the way. How aware are you when you're solving problems, you know, encountering things? When you forget something, what do you do? I would love to, you know, feel free to stop on by, exchange some ideas, share some anecdotes. It'll be fun to brainstorm these ideas. So until next time, for those who are only interested in WaniKani, 皆さんまたね。Right? 見てくれてありがとう. Right? See you guys next time. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna get up, walk around a little bit, stretch, and I'll be back for my Hanzi Hero session. Thank you.